Matt. Welcome back to Hitchcock's Motorcycles. We're back in the workshop today because it's service time for my bear. So I thought it would be a good time to show you how to perform an oil change on the 650 Twin. Now this video, although we are filming it on my bear 650, will be relevant to any owner of a Super Meteor, Shotgun, Interceptor, Continental GT, Classic 650, and of course the new Bullet 650. What do we need to perform this operation? We're going to use one of our oil change service kits, which includes 4 litres of 1050 fully synthetic oil. At Hitchcock's, we always recommend using Silclean. And it also includes a genuine Royal Enfield oil filter and a sump plug washer and some instructions with the torque settings, etc. inside. Right, so back in the workshop today with another how-to video. These videos are designed to give you the confidence to have a go yourself. They're not for everyone, and if you're a competent mechanic, perhaps this isn't one that you want to be watching. But for the guys who are new to Royal Enfield or new to self-servicing, this is a step-by-step guide to give you the confidence to have a go yourself. Obviously, we're lucky at Hitchcock's that I've got a workshop and a ramp, but if you are preparing to service your vehicle at home on your own, you need to be putting it on a good flat surface, and go from there. So first step for us is to warm the bike up and get the bike up in the air. So we need to warm the bike up before we drain the oil. Make sure your bike's in neutral and give it a good couple of minutes just to warm through. Please excuse the extractor fan. Obviously we're doing this inside, so I'm having to run the fan if you can hear it. But if you're doing it outside, just give it a good few minutes to get nice and warm. Okay, so we've got the bike nice and warm. Let's get it up in the air. To make your life easier, what are we actually going to need to perform this operation? Well, to drain the oil, either a 13mm spanner, ring or open-ended, or a ratchet with a 13mm socket. I tend to use a ratchet, but if you want to use a spanner, you can do. And to remove the filter, I'm going to use our oil filter wrench, which is available on the website. You will also require some sort of catch tray to collect the oil, and bear in mind that it is quite a lot of oil in this bike for a Royal Enfield at 3.1 litres. So don't use your wife's best turkey tray, but something similar will help. And of course, we are working with dirty oil, so I'm going to be wearing a pair of gloves. Okay, so we're in a position to drain our oil. As I said, I'm going to be using a ratchet, but our drain plug is located just to the near side of the vehicle. And as I said, it's either a 13mm spanner or a 13mm socket on your ratchet, and it's located here. Just make sure when you come to drop the oil that the drip tray is in the right position so you don't make a mess. Okay, so whilst that's draining, now's a good moment to service your drain plug. On the end of the drain plug is a magnet that you can see here, and you will find that there's a little bit of debris on the end of it. So just take a nice rag and give it a good clean. And once we've replaced the washer, that'll be good to go back in. Now that the drain plug's been draining for a few minutes, it's time to remove our oil filter. As I mentioned earlier, I'm going to use our oil filter tool and a ratchet. Okay, so we need to give this a good few minutes to drain, so now's a good time to grab a cup of tea. Now the trick to a proper oil change is to allow as much out as humanly possible. So we've had our cup of tea, we've let this drain for a good few minutes. Now it's time to start to think about refilling. Before we replace our drain plug, we need to change our drain plug washer. So these are provided in the kit, along with an instruction sheet, which we will get a picture of shortly, which shows you all of the torque settings, the service intervals and the recommended fuel level, which is of course 3.1 litres. Generally when I work on my bike, I prefer to work by feel, and that's just a thing I've developed over the years with servicing my own bikes. But if you want to use the factory torque settings, they are quite high on this drain plug, but they are provided in the kit. Don't go mad, just snug them up. The next step in the process is to prepare our new genuine oil filter to go back on the bike. I like to charge my oil filters with a little bit of fresh oil before I put them back on. It can be a little bit messier doing it this way, but it gives your engine the best opportunity to circulate all its oil and gives it a fair crack. We provide you with 4 litres of fully synthetic Silcoline 1050. We've been using Silcoline at Hitchcock's for well over 20 years. We thoroughly recommend it with all of the current Royal Enfield machines, and all of our test bikes run on it. I particularly like this one because it's beautiful cherry red. Unfortunately, with the 4 litres, they're now provided in these cardboard boxes with a bag inside, which isn't as ideal as the old 4 litre jugs, but we are saving the planet. To prepare to use it, you need to remove the circle of cardboard at the top here, open this section up and position the funnel back into the circle that you removed the cardboard from. So I'm just going to decant some of our oil into our best measuring jug. And this is just so I can charge our oil filter before it goes back on and prepare it. So I'm going to take our new oil filter and I'm just going to pour in some of our new oil just to prepare the filter for first startup. This, like I say, this can be a little bit messier because obviously you are going to lose a little bit of this putting it back on, but just drop a little bit round the new oil seal, make sure you press it down firmly to make sure it's in its position, and then we're going to fit our new oil filter onto the bike. And now we've got our oil filter in position, the last thing we need to do is of course refill with oil. To do that we need to remove our oil filler cap, just here. Okay, so the recommended refill after an oil filter change is 3.1 litres. I'm going to use a measuring jug, and what I'm going to do is pour out 1.5 litres and put that straight into the engine, and then pour out another 1.5 litres and slowly, incrementally top that up. Then we'll run the bike up, check the level and top up as needed. It's not the easiest aperture to pour oil into, so I always use a funnel. Just make sure that you've got it in there nice and tight, and take your time pouring the oil in. We don't want to have any disasters. So like I said, I'm just going to top up to about 1.5 litres. Then that can go straight into the bike. Okay, so our oil fill line, we have 2 lines on our oil sight glass, a minimum and a maximum. The recommendation is to be somewhere between the two. So what we've got is just above the minimum line. We now need to run the bike up for a minute or two and then check our level and top up accordingly. now that we've let the bike run through a little bit for a minute or so, we just need to let the oil level settle for a minute or two and see if it does actually register on the sight glass. This has been about a minute and a half and it hasn't yet, so we know we need to top up. So back off with the oil filler cap and back in with the funnel. And this is the bit where you need to be really careful, guys, because this is where we're actually going to set our oil level. Now, it's recommended to be somewhere between the two, the minimum and the maximum line. Generally speaking, I'll set mine to just under the maximum, about 3/4 to, you know, up to the top, and that's where I like to leave it. And there we go, 3/4 or just underneath the full mark. That's where I like to run mine. Happy days. Now that we're happy with our oil level, all that's left to do is to remove the funnel that we've been using. And to refit our oil filler cap. So if you're anything like me, you'll be a bit of a mucky pup where it comes to measuring out your oil and what, and I have made just a little bit of a mess. So let me tidy that up and I'll come back to summarise. So there we have it, guys, a nice and simple oil change on this 650 twin. As I mentioned earlier, in your oil filter service kit, we do offer you a piece of paper with the information on regarding the torque settings and the service intervals. But I will point out, with my own bike, I tend to service it a little bit more frequently than the manufacturer's recommendations. And there's no harm with that at all. If you're potentially going on a trip or you just want to change your oil a little bit more frequently, there's no harm in that. You're not going to be doing any harm to your motorcycle. The minimum service requirements will be the manufacturer's recommendations, and that's the minimum you should be sticking to. I tend to chuck one in the middle from time to time. That's it for this week, guys. I hope you've enjoyed that one and found it useful. If you do have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments section below, or there should be an email address up there or a telephone number up there for you to drop us a line or drop us an email. All of the service items and parts used in this video will of course be listed in the description below. My name's been Matt. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.